All right, so we're breaking down another week of the NeuralByte channel, and we've made some changes, and I want to talk to you guys about that, and I want to get y'all's input. So, looking over the overall performance of this channel, we're looking at 72,000 views at the moment, around 432 watch hours, click through impression rate. So, we're looking at 3.22% and at 146 subscribers at this moment. What you're seeing here is like some of the unique views versus like the actual people who've returned viewers. So got like 334 people who continuously return to watch videos. The average view per viewer is somewhere around 1.1273. So that kind of tells you that either people are watching one to two of my videos, or they'll finish a video and let the other one kind of start before they flip over. That has a lot to do with, the shorts of the channel. Shorts are easy to do that. As far as social interactions, I've got a lot of that. So I've got 1,700 likes. My approval rate is somewhere around 93.56% of people have liked my videos. I've got 195 comments, so almost hitting that 200 mark of comments. And I've had 237 shares. And what that breaks down to be is about every 10,000 shares or 10,000 views, I get about 33 shares. And about every 1,000 views, I get 2.7 comments. So I think that's pretty good for now. I mean, seeing that this is a newer channel. Live stream. So I did do a couple live streams actually. I think it was the Artemis. I did one of the launch, and then I did one of the landing, and I had several people tune into that. Not a whole lot. I had a lot more people watch it after the fact than actually tuned into my channel to see it live. And as you can see, I've had a total of 7 hours of views there. Um, for the playlist, I guess it looks like 102 views. And so you can kind of see there all that information, the in-screen elements. They've actually clicked on that, and so they've watched one of my videos and clicked on the end screen to take them over to that video. So let's talk about the switch. So last week we were discussing, do I want to continue doing YouTube shorts or not? Well, I've kind of started experimenting. So on June 8th, I'll allow the last YouTube short that I had created to play. And from that point forward, I decided not to do any more YouTube shorts for a time being. I want to kind of test the waters, see what happens, see if it improves. Reason being is I'm wanting to focus more on the long form content, really digging down deep, making that long form content um, as engaging and informational for my viewers as possible. I really enjoy teaching and showing people technology. And so I wanted to spend more time on the long form content, making sure that the information's correct, making sure that it's engaging, and making people want to watch that material. The shorts are neat, but it's a whole different type of viewer. The viewer is there for a short moment. They want a quick bite of information, and then they want to switch over to the next thing. A lot of those people are watching, in between breaks, a lunch break, something like that, while they're snacking. They're scrolling through their phone. They're waiting in the car line, something like that on the child. They don't have the time to sit down and watch a full, 10-minute video. But they do have a time for 2 or 3 minutes to flip through a few shorts and get some information. But I'm wanting to be more engaged and create those 10-minute or so short or long form videos. And so I decided to make this pivot. And as you can see, that pivot has greatly reduced my views by almost, a third. Looking at that, I had a total of 1,400 views for that previous week. And then when I made that pivot from June 8th to June 12th, you can see it dropped down to about 600 views. Now, something interesting did happen, and I think I can kind of explain that. My click-through rate has gone up. As you can see, it was 2.02, and now it's 2.68. And then my actual view duration has gone up too. And so what I think has happened is, if I'm not throwing as many shorts out there, more people are clicking on the videos because there's not as much brand new material just shows up in their home feed. And also, now that there's more views actually on my long form videos now than my shorts. And well, a long form video is longer, so of course my average view time is going to increase. The click-through rate's increasing because they're actually clicking on those videos. And so that's what I've kind of seen. My overall goal here by switching and is I understand it's going to take a little bit of time to retrain the algorithm because I was doing this hybrid channel, which with the hybrid channel, I was, a 7-to-1 ratio. So for every 7 short form videos, I was posting 1 long form video. And so I'm going to have to go through a small phase where YouTube is relearning my channel and saying, okay, well, he's no longer doing shorts. He's trying to push and promote these long form videos because I'm not going through and deleting all those long form or all those shorts. I'm leaving them as is. I still get some views. When people do search for them, they do still have the link to show for my long form video. And so I'm planning on leaving those. In the future, I may add some more shorts. I probably won't do, like I was where it was a full 7 shorts for every long form. So, that's kind of my goal is to continue to push these long forms. And if I see that, you know, YouTube's algorithms change or that I need some shorts, well, then I'll start implementing those again. But as of right now, the test looks like it's working. I'm going to continue this test for a little bit longer, take some time for the algorithm to pick up exactly what changes I made. From the 8th to the 12th, it's not enough time for the algorithm to fully understand what's going on and make those changes and start promoting those long form videos harder than they did my shorts. So that's step one is retraining. This may take some time. I'm not real sure how long it will take, but I figure I'll start to see, some of the charts and stuff change. I'll start to see more views on my long form videos, which I am, but it's insignificant amount of extra views. Yeah, I think I saw about 10 extra views this week versus last week, which is relatively insignificant. That could just be someone who got interested because there's actually a couple of people who watched 2 or 3 videos and subscribed. So that kind of tells me that I found a new subscriber and they decided to watch 2 or 3 of my videos, which once they did that, they subscribed. So that kind of tells me that it's not so much that the algorithm figured it out. It was that they pushed it to somebody and it happened to be the right viewer for my channel because they enjoyed the content. So the next thing that I'm hoping this does is it boosts my channel's watch time. A long form video gets more retention and watch time just due to the fact that it's a longer piece of content. Where a short may be 60 seconds long, my long form videos are 8 to 10 minutes long. So it would take, 8 to 10 shorts of someone watching 100% of the short to equal, just one of my long form videos. And so that's what I'm hoping is it's kind of like quantity over quantity. And more people are going to focus on the long form content because that's what I'm focusing on and I'm trying to promote and push. And so that is my goal there is to hopefully, with this new standard for my channel, I'm hoping that it helps grow that and a deeper audience relationship. So I'm hoping with the long form channels because I get to engage more with them in the comments. I actually get more comments and stuff on the long form videos than I do the shorts. So I'm hoping that I can engage the audience, get to know some of them, start to notice that I have people who interact with my videos almost every time I post. Um, at this point, I've got 150 subscribers. At the filming of this, it's 146, but at this point, I have 150. I'm hoping to start to notice that there's, a few, maybe 3 or 4 people who are actively watching and continuously commenting and liking my videos. And I want to start to, grow a deeper viewer connection with those viewers. And I hope to do the same on this channel too as it continues to grow. All right, so now it's your turn. I want to ask you guys, seeing what I'm seeing over this very short amount of time, I want to know, do you guys agree with what I'm doing? Do you disagree? And what is your experience? Have you tried reducing the number of shorts? Have you tried increasing the number of shorts on your channel? And what did it do for your long form videos if you're trying to do a hybrid channel? I want to know your thoughts, what has happened in your past, just so I can learn from you guys as well as you learning from me and what I'm seeing. And as always, I want you guys to join the Neural Nexus Lab community. You could like this video. It helps the algorithm, promote this to other people. Subscribe so you can get all my different updates where I help teach people about YouTube Studio. I help teach people about this channel and what I'm learning from it in real time with you as you watch. And if you hit that bell icon, you can definitely get my next video's notification. I appreciate it, and I'll see y'all in the next one.